Okay, welcome back to the Greatest Eternity Chronicles. Okay, let's just go straight into it. We're gonna go investigate a little bit, go into several little things, and then I can turn this part off so I can see a little more. 22nd February 1, Naruhodo's legal consultancy. Wait, it looks nothing like the consultancy that we remember. Oh, wait, what? That's odd. I guess. This looks weird. We made it back in one piece. Just. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the case just got weird. Oh, I just noticed one thing. Let me, there we go. If you were hearing double audio, I'm sorry, you were probably hearing the game's audio from the mic. But that's no longer an issue. You should be able to be hearing the game's audio still. Let me do a quick audio check. Okay, that doesn't help. Let me do it this way. Okay, that doesn't help. Let me do it this way. Okay, that doesn't help. Let me do it this way. Okay, that doesn't help. Good. Works for me. Audio should be good enough. Not too loud. It could stand to go a little bit louder. Just a teensy bit, not too much. Alright, let's continue. We made it back in one piece. Just. To be perfectly honest, I thought we were finished there for a while. Oh, I know. What a lot of close shaves. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Susato. It's always great to have you on my side. There are so many carriages in the streets of London. You were very nearly flattened several times. Are we talking about the same thing, Susato? Oh, no, I didn't mean that. Yes, I know. Sometimes I forget. But Susato is 16. She's still a teenager. She's prone to making all these silly jokes. It was a marvelous defense, Naruhodo-san. It really was. I was in awe of you. Oh, thank you. And now that your favorite exploits have won us some more precious investigation time, let's see if we can find some new clues for court tomorrow. Yes, let's do that. Is everything alright? I suppose. I still can't quite believe it, that's all. That I'm here in England, working as a lawyer, I mean. In the Old Bailey, no less. The truth is, it shouldn't be me, should it? It should be him standing in my shoes. It should be Kazuma. Kazuma! Still hurts, man. It was Kazuma-sama's wish that you follow him to Great Britain and work alongside him. Yes, I mean, I never had the chance to ask him exactly why, but he clearly had a plan. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. And you're doing wonderfully, Naruhodo-san. I've no doubt that Kazuma-sama would say exactly the same if he were here with us. Thank you, Susato-san. Thank you. Aww. I'm so glad that this like support a show like that. Anyway, Susato, what do you think about this? You've been wearing that ever since we arrived in Great Britain, haven't you? Well, it's what shows that I'm a lawyer, so it seems appropriate. I'm not sure that it really means much in this country, though, I'm afraid. I wouldn't say that. It might not be official, but it looks official. Often when the police stops me, I just show them this and they leave me alone. You're stopped by the police? Often? Well, you know, I'm a suspicious foreigner dressed all in black with a sword at my side. Why do you have your sword with you at all times, Ryunosuke? Do think it's probably the sword that's the main reason. Still, makes me happy to see you wearing it. And the armband. Yes, I made up my mind that I'll carry them always. The symbol of who I am, and the sword, Karuma. You know, I could ask her about several of the clues, but I don't think they're gonna be... Other than the flavor text, I don't think it's gonna be that important. Unless you put coins in this meter, of course, it won't give you any gas. Sorry. What's up, Gobi? Great to see you there. What do you mean, Dad? I'm not that old. Sheesh. It's almost like like you're trying to tell me something I don't even know. I don't know your age. I'm probably older than you, though. Just thinking. Yeah, I'm older than you. Like, by like 2 months, but still older than you. I'm not telling you my real age. Not on stream, anyway. The British have some really chilly inventions, don't they? Sorry. So then know that no, I am not a father. No. I have not fathered any children unless you wanna. Let's not get into that conversation right now. There's a thing. There's a time and a place. I think we can talk about me being a dad someplace, some other time. Wink, wink. Why do I have? I'm holding the controller upside down. Sorry. Well, you could die on a cold winter's night if you weren't able to light your stove. I just got home got a bacon chicken ranch sub and pop onto two. Oh, cool. Well, that's great seeing you here. Adoption. I don't know. Maybe I could say I adopted a little like goldfish. Does that count me as a dad? I suppose in a way, one little coin would be the difference between life and death. Personally, I'd break the meter and find a way to light the stove somehow. A little Gobi. Yeah. I'm gonna call him Gobi. Gobi. Oh no, the meter might explode if you were to tamper with it, Naruhodo-san. The gas companies have it all buttoned up, don't they? So yeah, other than flavor text, I don't think they'll be able to get something from here. So let's just talk to her directly. Maybe we'll get some information about today's trial. It was quite a shock earlier today, wasn't it? When the victim himself turned up in court and took the stand. That does not happen often in Ace Attorney games where the victim actually survives. I'm trying to think cases in Ace Attorney where the victim was alive. I can only think of 2 other cases, and they were all only theft cases. So, yeah. Wait, is that a new or am I blind? Is that a new? I did finish this game, and I will say these 2 games have now become my favorite Ace Attorney. You are putting a lot of expectations on me. I already like this game a lot. So, I don't know. I kind of want to... Okay. Collectively, they definitely do have a lot of like greatness in them. But I don't know if I would call it my favorite Ace Attorney game, period. Like, separately. That is a Interesting statement. Not a lot of people would agree with you there. Apollo Justice being your favorite Ace Attorney game. Like, I can see why. The storyline is very interesting in Apollo Justice. But, yeah. Yeah, I could see a lot of people like not liking Apollo Justice, mostly because it's like, it's the beginning of like a new era and it feels completely different. Like, it starts feeling different, like from the original trilogy. But I do like Apollo Justice. It's kind of hard for me to pinpoint. Oh wow, that is a hot take. You are not popular among the Ace Attorney community, are you? You like Apollo more than Phoenix. Oh my gosh. I can see it actually. I can actually see that. Ryunosuke being a bit like Apollo. Like, he is... How do I say this? You know, this new wide-eyed, almost naive character. I do see a little bit of Apollo in Ryunosuke. Curious. Now I want to replay Apollo Justice. Okay. Quick Google search. Apollo Justice. There we go. Is it on anything other than 3D? Well, it's on Google Play, of course. Dang it, they should really bring that. I know, I should probably buy it. I haven't bought it on 3DS. I played it a long time ago. Physical or digital? Because I know it was on sale. Oh my gosh. For a while now. But anyway, I should get it before it's... Damn it, I should have gotten it when it was on sale. I'll get it soon. I just wish it was like on like an HD console, because other than that, my best option would be to like get it on have like C3DSs that has some buttons that do not work if you need one. Don't tempt me. I do have a 3DS. It's like right here. I'm holding it right now. I have a new 3DS, but I have been in the lookout for another one. I don't know why, but I have been thinking about getting another. No, I know why. I want an XL for the bigger screen. But the problem is that they're expensive. So, oh my gosh, I don't know whether I want to wait until the prices drop or red and black, regular 3DS XL or a new 3DS XL. The trigger buttons are oh no. That's kind of challenging, because I tried fixing the trigger buttons on a 3DS and it kind of backfired on me. That's why I got this one, the one I have right now. Regular XL. Yeah. I tried working on a 3DS a while back, and it's very difficult. It's very difficult getting into trying to fix it. If it's for Ace Attorney, you can't use touch. You don't have to. Actually, all of the DS and 3DS Ace Attorney games, you can play with the buttons. You can either use the touchscreen or the buttons. It's always been that way. So, but no, if it's just for Ace Attorney, I'm okay with using the 3DS that I have, because it's fully functional. The only reason I want another 3DS is for the bigger screen. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not suddenly going to be playing Smash Brothers on the 3DS. That's for sure. And to home pro. Shh. We don't say the H word here. I don't want the Nintendo ninjas to come after me. Wink, wink. It's like, well, Nintendo, if you wanted me to keep spending money on your 3DS, you would have kept that eShop open. Just saying. Like, I kind of understand the Wii U eShop because you barely sold 13 million of those damn things. But the 3DS is another thing. Yeah, it's like, when are they gonna stop taking credit cards? Is it like May or June? Like, I gotta get on that. I gotta get on that quick so I can get the games I want to buy. Also, I've been noticing, other than Capcom, I've been seeing a lot of like fire sales on the 3DS. Like this week, it's like Sega's turn. Next week, it could be somebody else's turn. Like on the 3DS, they're doing a lot of fire sales. So if you're looking for a bunch of 3DS games on sale, they're probably gonna come like real hard and fast. Especially on that last week, they're gonna come real hard and fast. Okay, so May is credit cards. So I have a while. I have a little bit. I have like 2 months to use my credit card. You know what? I'm gonna look it up right now because I can. 3DS eShop closing. Let's see what it says. From the horse's mouth. As of May 23rd, you will not be able to use a credit card. And as of August 29th, you will not be able to use eShop cards. That's how it is. Okay. I have a little while to like... You have a Nintendo horse? I mean, there is the 3DS... There is that 3DS game, Poké Card Jockey, which I absolutely loved. It was a very fun game. So, technically, yes. And it talks! Yeah, I mean, after, like, Mr. Ed, like, horses that don't talk are actually kind of, surprising. Anyway, I should probably get back into the game because Ryunosuke has been like very awkwardly looking at Susato for all this time. It's like, are you going to like talk? I know. Not only that, but then finding out that he's actually a barefaced gas thief as well. That's the thing. You would think that the fact that this guy, yeah. I was distracted when I come back. Yes, you do, actually. Yes, you do. Nah, but it's okay. I always love these conversations that we have. But for real, sorry about that. I'll just play chaotic and not hinder the let's play. What you want, or you can just keep talking to me. I don't care. This is the point of the streams. You know, it's like, even if it takes me like 20 years to finish this game, so long as I'm having fun and I'm just chatting it up, it doesn't matter to me. Anyway, as I was saying about this guy, you would think his credibility would go down the drain after we realized that he's a thief and a cheat, but nope. Yes, that was certainly a surprise to us all. For a while, it seemed as though everyone had quite forgotten about Soseki-san poisoning the tea. Careful of your phrasing, Susato-san. He didn't poison anything. And there's more to this, Mr. Shakespeare, that we just know. I'm sure of it. Mr. Shakespeare certainly wasn't the noble, upstanding man everyone thought he was at first. What's become of him, actually? Also, Gobi, do you notice the little diamond on your side? Since I unlocked VIPs, I gave a couple of people VIP status. And that means you. Yeah. I only have like 10 slots for VIP. So I had to be choosy about who to pick. Tell the presses. VI Gobi. Nah, that doesn't work. I'll think of a way to saying it. I was told that he'd be returning to the hospital ward where he was receiving treatment. Oh, which one is that? Don't tell me it's the same one. VP Gobi. VP, that sounds like you're the vice president of something. No. Vice President Junior Gobi. Oh my gosh. Old Simpsons was always great. What happened to The Simpsons? And don't even say Disney Plus. The Simpsons was bad before Disney Plus. Let me see. Oh yes, he's a St. Bartholomew's, or parts as Londoners call it. The VP of your love. Ugh, right here in the Kokoro. We know that place, don't we? Yes, we visited Miss Green there yesterday. It's the same hospital where she was taken. Ah yes, after Soseki-san stabbed her in the back. Do be careful of your phrasing, Naruhata-san. He didn't stab anyone. Perhaps we both owe Soseki-san an apology. St. Bartholomew's, huh? Yes, we should probably visit the hospital later. So what's next? So, we know that Soseki-san took the tea to the victim on the night in question. But he isn't the culprit then, obviously. Yes, the poison surely wasn't in the tea. But if that's the case, how on earth did the poison get into Mr. Shamspeare's body? Also, shouldn't we know where the poison is already? If there was poison in the tea already? I'm sure we'll find a clue at the scene. There must be something in Mr. Shamspeare's room that will help solve the mystery. Well, naturally, Scotland Yard detectives have been over the place already. But it couldn't hurt for us to have another look around, I think. So we have 2 places to go this time. Definitely. Oh, and I'm desperate to know the outcome of the investigation into the tea left in the bars of soap. Well, if we run into Inspector Gregson, we could ask him about that. Kazuma Asogi. The best friend I ever had. And a lawyer with such promise. You really saved my bacon in that horrible incident just before we left Japan. I can still picture him now, looking so fierce and determined in court. And then after the trial, that crazy idea he came up with. As a stowaway? Yes, you can fit inside my trunk if you curl up in small enough, I'm sure. No one will know. Kazuma. Won't you tell me why? Why go to this lengths so that I can accompany you to Great Britain? Well, it's been on my mind ever since we got through that trial. That you really ought to go in law. Be a defense lawyer. You've got a natural talent for it. Believe me, I guarantee it. But I've never been through... But never even thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, I can't force you, obviously. You'll have to decide for yourself. But anyway, London is the cultural capital of the world. The city at the forefront of everything. It can't hurt for you to see it with your own eyes. No, that's true. I suppose, though, if you were to become a lawyer, then one day... Huh? One day what? Oh, no. Never mind. Don't leave me hanging! Naruhata-san? Oh, Sorry, I was just thinking about Kazuma. Yes. He's forever in my thoughts, too. Change the Japanese judicial system for the better. That was his dream. And that's why he so desperately wanted to come to Great Britain to study, of course. Yes, that's right. But... Yes? I do wonder if his true intentions lay elsewhere sometimes. Huh. Don't tell me anything, but I have some suspicions. I'm starting to like piece together some clues, some ideas of like the past cases and things I have been told before. Also, I'm trying not to mix these clues with the other games that I've been playing, because I've been playing like another game. I believe I told you this before, so I'm trying to like compart blah 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 blah, like keep those two apart. But there's something. I'm not gonna say it because it's way too early though. I don't know. The thought just takes hold of me every now and then, that's all. So let's talk about Kazuma's true intentions then. Naruhodo-san, what do you mean by Kazuma-sama's true intentions? Also, I noticed that they're supposed to be speaking Japanese with by the honorifics and stuff. I mean this. Tatana? I never expected to inherit this sword after Kazuma passed away, of course. No, I know. It was because I asked you to take it. When I have it at my side in court, I feel as though it gives me courage. Yes. Actually, the night before he died, he told me a little about the sword. Oh, here we go again. Karuma. That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asoge clan. A Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that. So, its name compels this wielder to slice evil in two. Not that you would need much compelling. On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. Something you have to do? Yes. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. I knew you wouldn't let me down. What do you mean by something very important that I have to do? I had hoped that the answer to that question would become apparent when we arrive here, but as yet, I've found not a single clue. Oh no. Oh no. They're bringing this up for a reason, aren't they? Don't answer that. They're bringing this up for a reason. And I'm both ecstatic and afraid to know. I see. Okay, I feel like I'm on the verge of like hitting through this insane revelation. Like I'm at the cusp of it, but it's gonna take a while to get there. Anyway, let's get out of here. Yeah, let's say hello to Sholmes and Iris, why not? I mean, we have time. I like how this has a very cute painterly look even. Maybe it's just me. Oh no. Give me a second. I forgot. I gave Iris the most high-pitched voice, and this ruins me. La 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 la. Oh, Bruno, it's Susie! Hooray, you're back! Oh my god. Hello, Iris. You're in fine spirits as always, I see. I am. And you look as immaculately presented as ever, Susie. Oh, you flattered me. Well, you could have come at a better time. I just make a pot of tea. I'll set some cups. Really? Thanks, Iris. Oh, wait, that was Bruno's. Okay, sorry. Really? Thanks, Iris. But really, what is that foul smell? Ha. The Wanderers return at last. Where on earth were the pair of you been? We've been in court? Oh, for mustache's sake. That was today, was it? I'm sure I mentioned it only yesterday, Mr. Sholmes. I'm sure you think you did. Well, we can laugh about it now. So tell me, how did the trial go? Reasonably well so far. We've managed to escape without a guilty verdict at least. Really? How would I like to see it? And I must pass the time of day with Mr. Reaper again. It's been too long. Is Lorven 6 an acquaintance, Mr. Sholmes? Naturally. There's not a person in the world who doesn't know my name, Miss Naruhodo. Not quite what I asked, but... Mr. Sholmes, whatever is that odor? That smell. Yes, what is it? It's faint, but absolutely awful. Ah, indeed. That's the scent of victory, my dear fellows. Victory in science. Oh dear. Alright, I'll bite. What is he up to now? Okay, let's talk. First of all, Lord Barackman 6. Yes, it's an interesting sobriquet he has, isn't it? The Reaper of the Bailey. Once a legendary prosecutor has fought for someone's conviction, that person is doomed. Even if he or she is found not guilty by the courts, sooner or later the hapless soul will vanish from the capital. But vanish? How exactly? Yeah, I'm kind of worried here. Not that I should be worried about our client, because this case takes place in the past, and the previous case was taking place after this case, so we know that he gets away. Wrong phrasing. Sorry. He leaves with a not guilty verdict. That's for sure. So our case is not to prove him not guilty, because we know he's not guilty, or rather to unravel some sort of information in this case. Vanish how exactly? By falling under a passing carriage, or drowning in the Thames, or succumbing to sudden fever, or, quite out of the blue, being set upon by a highwayman. There are numerous routes to one's final terminus, my dear fellow. It all seems a little far-fetched, really. Well, on the bright side, Mr. Mustache is fighting fit. For the time being, at least. That's not overly reassuring. Poor Soseki-san. If the rumors are true, though, the obvious conclusion would surely be that those acquitted are, well, by Lord Vensik's own hand. As it happens, Mr. Sato, that is quite impossible. Huh? Why? Naturally, the man very quickly came under such suspicion. However, whenever these incidents occur, the Reaper always had a cast iron alibi. Really? And so his reign continued. But 5 years ago, He vanished from the courts, never to appear as a prosecutor again. That is, until you arrived at the country, Mr. Naruhodo. So what happened 5 years ago? Okay. You know how Ace Attorney games have this thing that starts connecting the dots? Like some disparate contents, just disparate piece of information starts connecting. This is my thought. All these things are gonna connect into one thing. 5 years ago, why did Van Six stop prosecuting? Why did Kazuma want to come to Great Britain? Does the Karuma sword have anything to do with this? Why are we reliving this particular case now? If this is supposed to be in the past. It seems to me that all of this is just gonna like come together and just going to like give us. And I'm pretty sure, Gobi, if you're listening, you're biting your lip because you want to tell me, but I'm telling you, please, no spoilers. And please stop hitting your desk or your chair. You're okay, you're fine. Just I'll figure it out on my own, or I'll find out on my own. It's just formula. It's just I'm aware of the formula that the Ace Attorney games do, but it's an effective formula. I'm not tired of it, of course. Yes, so I've heard. In fact, it was the very day I arrived when I was thrust into that trial at the Old Bailey. That bitter fight to the death coincided with the Reaper's resurrection. Third case. Oh no. And it really did end bitterly indeed. And yet here you are, facing Mr. Reaper again. Oh, Runo. I don't know if you're just incredibly unlucky or incredibly unlikable. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Iris. I think it goes deeper than just me. I sense a general loathing of all Japanese people. Gee, what gave it away? Was it the way that he speaks so poorly about every single Japanese person on the planet? Was it his blatant xenophobia? What gave it away? I wonder. Anyway, before we go to that, the hell's that stink? So what is that indescribably foul smell? Ah, well, most probably this, I would say. And what is that? My dear fellow, it is, of course, my latest invention. A chemical test that can identify whether or not a tea is a genuine at the drop of some tea. Whether or not a tea is genuine. What? Oh my. There are some unscrupulous swordsmen in the stalls along some of London's less frequented streets. They regularly sell what purports to be high-quality tea, but it is in fact merely dyed leaves of a draft flavor. Well, that's certainly unsavory behavior. So, when one is presented with what appears to be black tea, one must be careful. Iris? At the ready, Hurley. Let us add a drop of my chemical to this cup of tea there. Do you see what happens? Whoa! It's turned completely black! It looks like tar. Like it's not even coffee, it's just tar. And what a foul odor is giving off! Indeed, the blacker the tea becomes, and the more foul the odor, the better the tea is. I have several questions. And all of them start with Y. It would appear that this cup was a particularly fine Darjeeling. That's very ingenious, but what do you do with that black liquid now? Why dispose of it naturally? Surely you wouldn't like to drink it, would you? There does seem to be a rather obvious problem with your new invention, Mr. Sholmes. Hence why this chemical test is merely a test, my dear madame. Right. The point is, we are entering a new era of science. In the world of criminal investigation also. Yes! Forensic science! Oh, these are such exciting times! Susato? Do you perchance, Are you perchance, Are you perchance Miss Sky Ancestor? Just saying. I regularly engage in this scientific experimentation alongside my unofficial consulting detective work. The Herlock-Sholmes method will be the foundation upon which modern investigative technique is based. This little tea in the can was a happy byproduct of my ongoing forensic science research. Forensic science? I suppose I should find out more about that. Oh, we are doing a lot today. Well, let's talk about this Japanese stuff, because yes, this is tough. So, with Mr. Natsume, who I'm currently defending, being Japanese, as well as Miss Susato and myself, I felt it even more keenly in court today. For some reason, Lorvin 6 seems to have an inherent disdain of the Japanese. Indeed. It is an interesting observation. Do you know something about it? Do you, Mr. Sholmes? It was about 10 years ago that Baruch Van Six chose to enter the legal profession. However, before that time, the young man's closest companion hailed from the Empire of Japan. Now we're getting deeper. We're getting someplace. No! What the? Come on, tell us more, Mr. Sholmes. What happened? Ooh, the music. Like, the only reason I'm not listening to the music on my own on the offside, because I feel it's gonna be this big epic music at the end, and I just want to just listen to it at the moment. But this sounds so good. The music sounds so good. I believe I made it clear before. I'm unable to tell you anything about the affair. Oh, but... The veil will be lifted on the events of the past in due course, I have no doubt. For now, however, it is Mr. Mustache who is most deserving of your attention, I believe. Oh, come on! Like, yes, but at the same time, let me know. Maybe I can work something with this. Sheesh. Fine. What about your forensic science stuff? So your t-test, is that an example of forensic science? Indeed it is. An essential tool in cases that hinge on the knowledge of whether some tea is of high or inferior quality. Not a huge number of cases then. Perhaps a more practical example is required. Fingerprints? Not yet accepted in our course as evidence, Amerad. Really, we are dragging our heels here. I hadn't even heard of them until recently. Which is partially why I undertake research in this field myself, of course. Does that mean you're studying fingerprints, Mr. Sholmes? There are others in that field already, and I abhor the company of inferior minds. Heh. Heh, that's all I gotta say. Heh. No, what I am researching is skin prints. Why does that idea sound absolutely stupid at first, but it's probably gonna be the thing that saves me later on? Skin prints? A nomenclature of my own design, as is this chemical agent that makes it possible. It instantly reveals the objects touched by whichever person is under investigation. Brilliant, Mr. Sholmes! As long as it doesn't turn everything completely odorous and black. I assure you, my dear fellows, you will witness my forensic talents in action very soon indeed. Maybe I should bring him with me. Maybe he will be able to let me know about stuff. Well, I think we should go back to the scene and see if we can uncover any new clues. That's the spirit, Bruno. See you later. Yes, until later. No, Mr. Sholmes, we were thinking you would come with us. Oh my gosh, finally somebody who is smart. Thank you, Ryunosuke. Let's bring him along because he has stuff that he could help us with. You were? Yes, of course. You said so just a moment ago. You said we'd witness your forensic talents in action. Ah, yes, I do recall saying something along those lines. But, you go on ahead. I shall be sure to follow you later, in all likelihood. Probably, maybe. Well, I might. Your commitment astounds me. A little bit more, Ryunosuke. I don't think that sarcasm was dripping enough. Oh, thank you, Mr. Sholmes. We'll eagerly await your arrival. Bye-bye, Bruno. Bye, Susie. Sorry. There's nothing left to explore here, so I will move on to... There will be time to talk to Mr. Soseki. Let's go to the hospital room in St. Bart's. Maybe we'll be able to get a statement from the victim. Rat! There's a rat in the hospital! There's a rat in the hospital! Why? What do you suppose is happening? It sounds like some sort of disturbance. Yes, I hear angry voices. Oh. I didn't put two and two together when she talked to me about this, but are they still like related? Are they like friends or family or something? Huh. I'm curious now. Be not angry, O ample lady. Verily thou art mistaken. Mistaken, my foot! You were looking at my painting! The eye of man hath not heard. The ear of man hath not seen. 'Twas foul indeed, the poison that mustish villain gave with me. Forgive it me, lady. I wish that you died from that poison! God a mercy, ample lady. But thou seest, I have vigor still. Behold my Shakespeare dance! Believe me, I wish I had not beholden. This looks rather ominous, doesn't it? I'm sorry, the way she looks like... Wait, like that. The way she looks like she's just like... I don't know. This just looks weird. Oh, lo! 'Tis the lawyer from the land whence races the sun. How now? What are you doing here, Mr. Shakespeare? Married, I do believe I am returned to another world. He was looking, that's what he was doing. Look at my terrible work. Eastern fellow, so darkly clad. Faith, thy work in court this morning was wonderful. I do applaud thee. Well, thank you. But that doesn't mean things will go so wonderfully for you tomorrow, does it? You just lost your... It's still... Oh no! What is that thing made out of? I thought it was metal, but he bent it like it was like some sort of plastic thing. And then it's just like perfectly straight now. Anon exeunt. Mr. Shakespeare might technically be the victim in this case. But there's definitely a lot more to it than that. It's very hard to pin the man down. I'm so sorry. I'm such an awful person. Miss Green, is everything alright? Oh yes, I mean, don't worry about me. They're about to discharge me, so I must get ready to leave now. Oh, I see. We're delighted that you'll soon be well enough to go home, Miss Green. Oh dear, you're too kind. I don't deserve it. Oh my gosh. Well, I can't talk to her. Oh wait, I want to examine something. Okay. What about oh, I can't click on it. That's odd. Okay, so what was the point of coming here except for, you know, I could try, oh, that's how. There are all sorts of medicines in this cabinet, look. I'm not sure if it's safe leaving them in reach of everyone like this. Yes, you're right. I can investigate if you were packaged, but you might try a whole bottle too. I can just imagine if you... My gosh, my reading comprehension is off the charts. Well, at least there seems to be a little lock to secure the cabinet doors. I don't imagine that would stop you if you were hungry. I worried that you'd break the lock. Hunger doesn't turn me into a cannibal criminal, you know, Miss Susato. Let's talk to her. So, are you feeling more like yourself today, Miss Green? I am, thank you. I mean, people do recover from ordeals like these, don't they? Even people like me. Well, yes, it really was an ordeal, wasn't it? As far as I was concerned, I was just walking along in the snow one evening, minding my own business. And then, completely out of the blue, I was struck in the back of with a knife and collapsed unconscious for days. Of course, when I finally woke up again yesterday, the whole business had been cleared up already. What a terrible week it's been for you. Oh no, I'm sure I'm very lucky, really. I'll look back on this fondly. Sorry, taking some water. Really? Anyway, I must be getting my things together now, so I'm ready to be discharged. Oh, yes, of course. Sorry to take up your time when you're obviously busy. I guess that's all we can do here. Just talk to her and see that this guy's still a very big jerk. So let's go to Mr. Shakespeare's room and try and get some more clues. Alright, is there anything here that was not here yesterday? I can't see anything out of the ordinary, so we're gonna have to explore. Hey, hello again, Inspector Gregson. How are you doing? How are your chips? What are you doing here? Well, we were hoping we'd have another look around, actually.
The lawyer representing the defendant has a right to examine the scene, I'm sure you're aware.
Yeah, I know the score. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, one more thing. The soap on the ledge outside the window. Did you find it? With the tea in it? Yeah, we found it all right. And there was a small amount of tea in it, as you'll say. I knew it. It's with the identification. It's with the identification section of the yard now. They're looking into it. The results should be available later today.
That's wonderful news. Thank you.
It's not looking good for us, is it? Rather impressive performance in court this morning. Sorry? Nothing. Forget it. Just make sure you don't disturb anything in here. Yikes, Greg. What is it with this guy? What is it with this guy? He just appears out of nowhere. Okay. Let's just explore stuff. Start with you. So if you ran out of change, you wouldn't even have any light, let alone heat. For the needy, London's winters can be very harsh.
That's true, but if you think about it, even the wealthy would find themselves freezing if they ran out of small change.
London's winters can be very harsh for the forgetful too, then. Frankly, I'm starting to wonder if Susato-san and I are going to make it to spring.
That's true, we don't even have a meter at the Baker Street, let alone a gas stove.
Okay, look how dark the stain on the floor is underneath the meter there.
Yes, from all the water dripping out after the coins melted. That's the establishing court this morning.
Also, is it just me? Or does the wood look a little warped? Because I know that when this sort of stuff happens, when a lot of water drips into like a piece of wood like this, it starts getting warped. Maybe it's just me. It's a very large and obvious stain, isn't it? Mr. Shakespeare must have used an awful lot of ice coins, I'm sure.
It wasn't a genius idea, I'll give him that.
Well, too bad too bad they figured him out. Okay. Here's the gas thing. Okay, this is a gas wall light, isn't it? It must be connected to a gas pipe in the wall.
Gas lights, a gas stove. London really is a city of gas.
Nope, I am not making a fart joke. I am above that. But now that I think about it, Mr. and Mrs. Garridup had an open fire at the top floor, didn't they?
Oh yes, you're right. I don't recall seeing a gas stove up there.
Well, I much prefer a real fire anyway. It's so much cozier. Oh yes, very cozy. Clothes. Okay, we're looking at the table. Ah, the ill-fated teacups from which the two men drank on the ill-fated night.
During their heated literary debate, right? Yes.
Who's stronger, Romeo or Juliet? Sounds like it was quite a discussion.
Now, I think of it, I'm sure that the two lovers in the play ended their lives with poison.
Please don't do this, Susato. I really don't want to think about the poison right now. And of course, you just jinx yourself. That's fiction, Miss Susato. Let's hope it stays that way. What about this?
So it turns out that Mr. Shakespeare wasn't eating the soap at all.
That's right. The mystery of why he had it on a plate whilst holding a fork in his hand is solved.
Yes, to prize his latest ice coin out of its mold. And in the process, he accidentally broke the bar of soap in two.
It certainly was hard to imagine, let alone deduce. Man. I could talk to Gregson, but maybe later. Oh, of course. The sun never shines in this room thanks to that depressing bricked up window.
Yet with enough determination, you can always remove the bricks to set some soap outside, can't you?
That sounds like a very wise life lesson, Miss Susato.
Only if you plan to follow a life of crime, Mr. Naruhodo.
I guess so. So what are you doing here, Mr. Sholmes?
Mr. Sholmes, what are you up over there?
What a question indeed. Was it not your good self who asked me to attend this scene? Oi! What are you doing here, Sholmes? What are you up to over there? What are you doing here? Dear me. Once a great detective, one is always under scrutiny, it seems.
Now, is now the time, Mr. Sholmes? Are you about to show us your forensic talents in action as you promised?
With the greatest of pleasure, my dear madame. Oh, cool. Let's do this. I'm ready for something new. It's actually kind of silly to see him with his glasses.
And what's all this?
Oh, that looks cool. All this is precisely what you requested, Mr. Naruhodo. Her look, Sholmes, is sensational. Skin print seeker gone. Moments ago, I took a sample from the teacup that was used by the victim. A sample from Mr. Shamspeare's cup? Each individual leaves microscopic secretions of everything he or she touches. A sample of those secretions is all I need to produce this, a refined indicator solution. By liberally spraying the room with this chemical, everything the victim touched is instantly revealed with the aid of these goggles. Here, try them on. Okay. There. Now spray the chemical indicator about and all will be revealed. Just spray? How? How do I do it exactly? A little press of the trigger on the area you're interested in is all that's required. Like this. Oh, it's kind of like the luminol thing except before luminol. What's in the suit? It's like fog. A suspension of the chemical indicator in a pressurized gas. It's the most efficient way to cover a large area. That was another invention I discovered incidentally whilst I was developing this idea. You know, as you do. It's something stupid like that. Go ahead, try it, my dear fellow. We may learn something interesting about the victim's movements in the night in question. Well, there's nothing to lose, I suppose. Let's explore. Alright, so... Well, it's obvious that he touched this place. Here? Oh, a lot, it seems. Here? Oh, he's definitely touched this a lot. You know what this reminds me of? These fingers on his hands. It reminds me a lot of... Ah, there's something on the ground. I just noticed. Oh, okay. It reminds me a lot of, oh my gosh. Rayman. I don't know why it's reminding me of Rayman, but it's like... Those hands are reminding me of Rayman. Is there anything else? Oh! Look! There's dozens of handprints there! So there are a great many indeed. So much that it's hard to make out any one individual print, in fact.
Sense a shield down my spine.
Perhaps he was leaning against the wall while he admired this picture. Perhaps he was doing something that required him to have both hands against the wall. I'm not elaborating on that one. Unlikely, I would say. A rather dull scene after that. And without wishing to state the obvious, you wouldn't generally admire a picture from such close quarters, I feel.
Very true, Miss Susato. It's a bit of a mystery then.
Okay, is there anything else to check? I don't think there's anything else, really. I'm just spraying to see if there's anything else. Oh, what the hell? Look at this here. Ah, yes, interesting. A multitude of the victim's handprints.
Why are there so many of them on the floor from this one spot?
Perhaps he had a bad fall just here?
There's nothing obvious that he would have tripped over though, is there?
I wonder. Personally, I often stumble when there's nothing obvious to trip over. Honestly, same. Mr. Sholmes, I understand your pain.
I think that's something only a great detective would do, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh, then I guess I'm a great detective then. Well, this is quite a puzzle. Handprints all over the floor. Maybe he did that while he was like reaching for the ground, like he was like kneeling down. I will not elaborate on that. Don't think about it too hard.
Yes, there's no obvious explanation.
Well, we sprayed Mr. Sholmes' amazing skin print indicator all over this room, didn't we?
We did, but there are two places in particular that are of interest, I would say.
Wait a minute! The handprints on the floor there, and on the wall by the picture, you mean? Wait a minute! Why wasn't this checked before? What the hell is going on at Scotland Yard that they didn't look at those two things? They're so obvious.
Yes, and I think the floor warrants closer investigation. I won't be a moment.
Yes, do it, Susato. What did you find? I think you found something, Miss Susato.
Look here, Mr. Naruhodo. One of the floorboards has popped out.
One of the... You mean... It's a secret hiding place. Oh, yes! Sorry. Mr. Shakespeare loves playing hide and seek in his own room. I see. Excellent work, Susato. So, what do we have in here? Oi! What are you lot doing? Inspector Gregson, stand aside right this minute. It's my job to investigate there. No need, Inspector. You continue to dig into your portion of ships whilst we dig around under the floor here. How many ships, fishing ships, do you have there? And how are you not fat? Also, you're making me hungry. Stop it. Your fancy talk's putting me off my foot anyway, Sholmes. A new bit of evidence is exactly what I need. Wow, a secret hiding place under the floor. What a find.
It's not a hiding place you would make use of in Japan. I don't think I could fit a straw that I could live. I don't think I could lift the straw tatami mat.
No, I know, but I never expected one of these wooden floorboards to move either. It's got me wondering about the wall over there too. Aren't you curious?
I'll investigate at once. There's nothing behind the picture, sadly. Only the wall.
Are you serious right now? Wait. The picture itself. Check the picture itself. How disappointing. But then, how do you explain the handprints?
I really can't think why anyone would have been touching the wall over and over in one place like that.
Oh wait, I can think of something. Yep. What do you do? There you are. A print. For you. Photograph the handprints on the wall. Traces of handprints on the wall discovered using the skin print secret gun. There are multiple prints on either side of a hanging picture. How many times can I say wrong words in one sentence in such a short time? I don't know. But I can try. Oh, okay, thank you very much. This invention can make prints too? Now then, I wonder if Inspector Gregson has found anything under the floor there. I'm desperate to know.
So am I.
So there truly is nothing here. Apparently not. Okay, let's talk to Gregson real quick. I'd love to know if there's anything hidden underneath the floorboard there. Allow me to ask Gregson now. After all, we're well acquainted. Inspector Gregson, really, it's been too long. What is it, Sholmes? I thought that perhaps you might show me what you found there, seeing as we're such great friends. We're not friends. No, I suppose not. A dismal failure. Yes, I heard. I fail to know what's under that floorboard. Yes? Alright then, fair is fair. What? What's going on? You did discover the hiding place after all. I suppose I should at least fill you in. Real, Inspector? Thank you! Do it quickly, my dear fellow. If there's one thing I know about this man, is that he blows with the wind, as fickle as the weather. Oh, stop making me out some kind of nut. There were 3 items under the floor there. A newspaper clipping, a photographic print, and a thingy box. Now, what do you want to know? I want to know about all 3. But I hope I can ask about all 3, but I'm going to save real quick, just in case I cannot ask about all 3. Okay. Tell me about the clipping first. Looks like this was cut out of the paper about 3 months ago. It's about a convict who got sick and died while he was serving time in Manchester. How terrible. It made the headlines down here in London as well. The bloke had been sentenced to death, you say? But nature got to him first.
Oh my goodness! He committed a capital offense?
Man by the name of Selden. Nasty piece of work into burglaries and murder. They say the hoard he'd knocked off was worth about £1,000. A hoard? Of treasure, you mean? Jewelry and the like. But he hid it somewhere, and no one knows where. And now he's dead. The papers loved it, of course. £1,000 lost en route to hell. Or some such was the headline. Does it not strike you, though? Why such an article would be so carefully ensconced under the floor? I suppose now you mention it, it does seem a bit odd. Perhaps I'll go over the paperwork we got on Selden back at the yard and see if I can turn anything up. Alright, so we got the capital offender article, then a newspaper article about Selden, a criminal sentenced to receive the death penalty. However, he died of illness in prison whilst his loot remained undiscovered. Interesting. I am so... Again, another thread that could mean nothing, but I feel it's gonna be connected with all this stuff. So what's the picture about? Oh, this is the photograph I found. Looks reasonably recent to me. Oh no. Oh no! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, no. Something ain't right here. I think I see. Oh! I have seen this person before. We have seen this person before, haven't we? I do believe we have seen this person. And the gentleman on the left. And the gentleman on the left is Mr. Garydeb, the landlord, of course. But who's the gentleman on the right? Mr. Garydeb's son, perhaps? I mean, I can see the resemblance, but... Perhaps. You can take that print if you like. Really? Are you sure? We can presume, therefore, that the yard already knows. The identity of the young fellow, that is. Is that true? Well, it's too bad if we do. Unfortunately for you lot, flicking information isn't one of my pastimes. My dear Inspector, if I may be so bold as to point something out. Pastimes are for one's leisure, but this is for work. Mr. Sholmes, for real? Like, are you... All the more reason I'm not telling you! A dismal failure. Yes, I've heard. So we got the hidden photograph, a photographic print found in Mr. Shakespeare's room. It shows the landlord, Mr. Garydeb, together with a young man who we think is his son. And I think I've seen before. The question is, now knowing that, what does that mean? I wonder why a photograph like this was hidden under the floor. I mean, Mr. Shakespeare himself isn't in it. Photographic prints are still rare treasures in the East End. I imagine Mr. Garydeb was rather delighted to have been immortalized. He probably made a proud present of it. Okay, but why is this in, like, Shakespeare's room? That is my question. Now this tin box looks interesting, doesn't it? Might I suggest, Inspector, that you open it? If you were to find something that reveals the truth behind this case. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. Okay, sorry, what the heck? Okay. Sorry. Yeah, funnily enough, I already took a look. It's completely empty. Oh, what? Shakespeare? Give us a clue, man!
You didn't even have the chance to utter a word, Mr. Naruhodo. But anyway, at least we found out what's inside the box.
Yep. Thin air. It's empty. Rather like how I feel inside. Ooh. You really are Phoenix Wright's ancestor, aren't you, Ryunosuke? Hey, is there nothing more to this box then, I wonder? What? Don't do this game! Okay. For those of you who have never played an Ace Attorney game before, first of all, play them. Second, a cat meowing is one of the most iconic sound effects on Ace Attorney ever. Not objection, not the desk slamming, although those are iconic. We know those. A simple cat's meow is one of the most iconic moments in Ace Attorney. Not given the context. So when I hear the cat's meow, I was like, wait a minute, I am completely suspicious now. Oh my god! That's such a terrible thing to do! Oh, wait a minute! Is that where that cat comes from?
Oh look! It's a lovely little kitty cat! What's his name?
It's Mr. Natsume's, isn't it? I don't think I ever asked him actually. Oh, I see. Why do we call him Wagahai? Do you know, like Mr. Natsume refers, like Mr. Natsume refers to himself in Japanese? I wonder how you got here, though. Clever cat.
So wonderful. Well then, Wagahai, here's something delicious that I bought for you from the cat's meat man.
I'm sorry, what? Okay, guys. I know that this is 3DS graphics, so that's why it looks so weird. But that looks like a brain. You just gave a cat a brain. Here, eat. Here, kitty cat. Eat brain. How do you like it, kitty cat? Like, I'm sure you love it, kitty cat. Just saying. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. I'm glad you liked it, cat. I'm glad you liked it. Oh my god.
He couldn't be happier now. Look.
I just hope we can bring some happiness to his owner, too. Oh my... No, keep going. I was just putting the spotlight on you because you're the most adorable thing in this entire game. Go on. Do something. This cat is being such a cat now. Okay, let me check the cat real quick.
Oh, that's so adorable. Oh, Mr. Wagahai, I so adorable. I just can't help it. That was a cheeky little meow, Wagahai. Oh, it's so adorable. I can see them watching forever.
I think he may not appreciate that after a while. And we have an investigation to get back to. So I guess there is nothing there. Is there anything new though? Or are we supposed to leave now? We got nothing else. Everything that he wanted to tell us is gone. And then we saw Wagahai, but I don't think we need something from Wagahai. Yeah, we examine everything we can from here. We might need to come back here for something, but for now we explore everything we want to here. Let's move. Let's try Briar Road real quick. Because I want to check the outside of the building. Oh no, it's telling me I already explored this. I guess there's nothing to do here? Not particularly. Alright. Then it's up. It's down to go to prison then. Let's talk to Soseki-san because it's not a great game if we... Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no, I think I've seen a movie like this before. It doesn't end well for me. Oh no, where's that witch? Oh, I don't want to look back. I think the witch is behind me.
Oh! Mr. Natsume's back.
So he is. Mr. Natsume, hello! I pressed the wrong button again. I am a cat. Sorry? I don't know who Mr. Natsume is, or Herlock Sholmes. I don't know about courts or trials, or Old Baileys. I am a cat. That's what I am. Just a cat. Just when you think Sosuke-san couldn't get any more weird, he just like finds a new level and jumps there.
Mr. Naruhado, he's trying to escape from reality.
Trying to? He already has. Completely. So, what is your name then? As yet, I have no name.
Mr. Naruhado, he hasn't fully thought about his new identity yet. Maybe it's not too late to bring him back to reality.
Do you think you could open your eyes for us, Mr. Natsume? Okay, thank you. I'm not a cat.
It worked! He's back in the real world.
That's nice. What's going on? What's gonna become of me? Oh, don't answer that. It's obvious. My accursed soul is never going to escape this accursed fate.
Mr. Natsume, no! This morning's proceedings in court prove that there is hope.
Yes. Locum student Mr. Naruhado Esquire was brilliant, but the Reaper is omnipresent in court, in my lodgings, here, there, everywhere! What's he looking straight at me for? I think perhaps there are some things we should discuss? Oh, yes, we must. Alright. Let's talk real quickly about things. In my whole life, have I ever been so moved as today? No! Of course, if I cast my mind back, there were perhaps one or two other occasions that moved me more. But if I just block those out, then today, being in that courtroom was the most moving experience of my whole life, local student Mr. Naruhado Esquire! You're too kind.
Skull and Yard found the remaining tea, just as we deduced, and they're analyzing it as we speak.
There's nothing wrong with the tea. They won't find a drop of poison in it. That's a soul absorbed certainty. Tell me, did you both drink the tea at the same time that night? Oh yes, most definitely. Remember, drink tea while it's hot. We both poured it down our throats like it was a hot bath for our bellies.
At the time, you were both completely fine.
As shown by the fact that he and Mr. Shakespeare then engaged in the Romeo and Juliet match. I suppose the focus of tomorrow's proceedings will be how the poison was taken by the victim then. Sorry. Let's talk about Mr. Shakespeare though. That rotten Shakespeare! What have we ever done to him? You don't recall him taking issue with you over anything you've done recently? I've been holed up in my room, immersed in books. I don't recall anything. Anything at all! Right. But what I don't understand is why he didn't let me know sooner. Wait.
Let you know what, Mr. Natsume?
Exactly. Like, what are you talking about, boy? You're making no sense. About the soap, of course. What else?
Oh dear. Are you struggling with such meager stipends?
Of course I am. If I had money, I would have chosen to live a cursed existence in such a cursed lodgings. I thought that was because you couldn't stay in one place at a time for a long period of time because of your own paranoia. Not because you didn't have money. Ah, yes. You said it's because the place is cursed that is so cheap, didn't you? Exactly. Especially the room that I rent. The spirit of the capital offender who lived there, it still owns the place. And it's trying to kill me. Wait. Capital offend... Hold up. Show me. Okay. Condemned criminal dies of natural causes in prison. Manchester's Strangeway Prison announced the death of convicted murder and burglar Selden by natural causes in the early hours of this morning. He had been suffering with fever since the end of October. Alerted by the shouts of his fellow cellmate, medical staff arrived to find him already dead before his capital punishment could be carried out. I wonder about that. Like, does his death have anything to do with the poison? Might I ask, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, the next time you visit me, you bring scores of super soft soaps. Huh. Okay, dude. Here. What about this thing? What's this? It's a newspaper cutting that we found in Mr. Shamspier's room. Oh. So he knew, didn't he? Sorry? About this man, Selden. A convicted killer and the evil spirit behind the curse that afflicts my lodgings. What? It's already taken one young man's life, and now he's trying to take the life of another, a miserable mustache, much maligned Japanese man! Mr. Natsume, if you know something, anything, please, you must tell us. Tell us everything you can about this evil spirit. Oh, here we go. Maybe Selden is the real culprit behind all this. That will be a thing. The truth is, I don't know the details myself. I didn't know the details myself until very recently. That Selden man was arrested about a year ago now. At the time, he was hiding out in lodgings at Mr. Garrideb's house. Wait, he lived where you do now? That's right, yes. Exactly where I live now. In my very room. Oh my! Your room was previously occupied by a criminal found guilty of a capital offense? But before his sentence could be carried out, he died in prison. That was 3 months ago now. And that's when it started. The curse! What really is this curse you keep mentioning, Mr. Natsume? It's already caused one death. A few months after the criminal passed away in prison, a man died in the room. The man who rented it after Selden, in fact. The poor lodger. He was found dead by mysterious circumstances. The room was locked from the inside. Oh my god. You know what? I'm starting to believe that there is something in that building. Maybe it's the gas. Maybe there's a gas leak or something. But there has to be something that is poisoning the people there. And it all comes back to Selden. Oh my god. Locked from the inside. Exactly like the case we're dealing with now. So that's the convict's curse, is it? Yes, well, that was the start of it. Oh, tell me more. If you know more. Ooh, tell me more. This is getting interesting. Come on.
Do you have any idea how the lodger before you passed away, Mr. Natsume?
The official cause of death was asphyxia. Oh my gosh, what a horrible way to go.
When they discovered the body, the room was full of gas.
It has to be. There's a gas leak someplace. It has to be gas. It has to be the gas leak. It has to be the gas leak at this point. Gas?
I only found out that found that out after I signed the lease. When Mr. Garrett came to tell me later, I couldn't stop myself trembling. In fact, if I'd known beforehand, I'd probably have been too scared to take the room. Landlord's lease, luckily legal!
Lucky for Mr. Garrett, maybe. But not so lucky for poor Mr. Natsume. And now you believe this curse is affecting you.
It is. At first, I just felt as though I was being watched. All the time.
And then you talk about having nightmares, didn't you?
They tried to take me with them. Then they come for me and try to suffocate me. It's just when I'm struggling to breathe, I wake up. The room is as cold as ice!
You don't... Wait. He doesn't use gas. Now that I think about it. Does he? He doesn't use gas when he... That's what's been keeping him alive, I think, because he doesn't use gas when he goes to sleep.
But why is your room so cold? London riders are too cold.
Not riders.
London winters are too cold to bear without any heating on overnight. But for some reason, even though I light the stove before I climb into bed at night, the pilot light always goes out and the room fills with gas.
It's the freaking gas! It has to be the gas! The question now is, does the gas have some sort of chemicals that get into your body when you inhale it? Gas is poisonous to your body, but that specific, chemical, strychnine, does the gas have that? That's the question. But that's terrible. That's exactly the same situation as what led to the previous occupant's death. And then there's what happened to Mr. Shakespeare last night when he was mysteriously poisoned. There's clearly more to that incident that can be explained by a curse, though.
Whatever the case, whatever can be the cause of all these strange happenings in Mr. Garrett's room.
Master Garrett's lodging, sorry. Oh my gosh, this is getting a little too much. Oh, okay. Is there anything else we want to present to him? Oh, this. Let's present this. Mr. Natsume, it's nothing much, but...
Oh, it's been so long since we offered a present with that delightfully humble etiquette of our homeland.
What?
You're too kind. I accept it gladly.
Sorry, but I wasn't trying to give it to you, actually. Okay, so this is an... Okay. No, this is not... Oh, I have to press the B button. Yeah, nothing else is like getting his interest. Anywhere I want to go. Oh, the Garrett's room, definitely. Okay. Now here comes the unfortunate news. Here comes the unfortunate news. I am tired as hell. I have been yawning like the last hour or so. and I am tired as all hell. So I'm just gonna stop here because I wanna lay down and rest. So I want to thank you all for coming in and watching, because it's been... Nope, that's not what I want. Wait. Oh. There we go. Like, I want to thank, it's really, really nice that you guys been here, and it's been so much fun. Sorry. And it's been so much fun, and I want to thank you all for being here. Please show Lalia Umaru some love. She's playing right now Yoshi's Story, and Yoshi's Story is like a really fun, cozy game. So if you've never played Yoshi's Story, please do. I'll leave it here today. Tomorrow, we'll go see what's going on with Mr. and Mrs. Garydab, if there's anything here that I can unveil. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic day. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye then.